Hare Krishna. Thank you everyone for coming today morning and giving me an opportunity to serve and continue the discussion on Srimad Bhagavatam, which we had yesterday. Yesterday we discussed the importance of studying Srimad Bhagavatam, especially when we go through tragedies, especially in the modern context. We discussed about the Air India crash, the war, and in these kind of situations, our Srimad Bhagavatam helps. This was what we discussed yesterday. Today, we will discuss the most important lessons from Srimad Bhagavatam that we can learn or we can derive. Bhagavatam always, everywhere, focuses on three principles: awareness, acceptance, and aspiration. Awareness and acceptance means to become aware of what is happening around us, especially in our own lives, especially what we are going through in life in terms of our pain, our suffering, the way our expectations are smashed. Just not only become aware of them, but also accept it wholeheartedly. Accept the pain and suffering. I accept. And then, that doesn't mean we resign ourselves to our suffering. Then there is aspiration. What is our aspiration? Every Bhagavatam devotee, Bhagavatam students has one aspiration: to have a relationship with Krishna. So there are two things: dealing with our pain and suffering, and also having a relationship with Krishna. If we don't know how to handle our pain, our suffering, if we don't learn to accept them, and if we keep struggling with it, we'll suffer more and more and more. Bhagavatam teaches us very emphatically, make peace with what comes to our life. Tatte nukampam susumekshamano bunjana evatma kritam vipakam ridvag vapurbir vidadham namaste jive tayo mukti pade sadaya bhak. Lord Brahmaji is praying in the 10th canto, 14th chapter, that Krishna, whatever is coming, I accept, but I aspire to come to you. See, many of us are right now living in denial. Denial means we hope and we pray that this material world will give me happiness. We are in denial that this world is only meant to give us purification, suffering. We are like, no, this world is my home. I'm going to have a permanent life here. I'm going to be happy in my material life. And this world is my home, and Krishna is my servant. Krishna is my assistant. Krishna has to help me become happy in this world. I want happiness. Krishna, please give me happiness. If you are having this mood, then we are in life of denial. So those who are in space of acceptance, they are like, Krishna, I accept all the suffering that comes. This is the way this world is. And I accept, but I want to go higher. This is what we will focus on now. And in the evening session, we will focus on the second aspect, aspiration. What is our aspiration? What did I discuss just now, 2 minutes ago? What is our aspiration? To have a relationship with Krishna. Sometimes we argue, does God exist? How can God be like this? We got so many questions, technical questions in the head. But Bhagavatam's approach is like in mathematics we studied in school. Let x is equal to y. And then we prove, in the end we prove that x is equal to y. But we begin with an assumption that x is equal to y. Similarly, we begin with an assumption that Krishna is loving, Krishna is forgiving, Krishna is compassionate. And then as we practice the process and we have a relationship with Krishna, everything makes sense. Krishna is beautiful, Krishna is attractive, Krishna is most lovable. And I don't want happiness, I want relationship with Krishna. This is our aspiration. Because in a relationship, everything is there. We will meditate on this more in the evening. So right now, let us focus on the first topic, which is accepting this material world for what it gives us. Unfortunately, many of us, we come to Hare Krishna and we understand bhakti, the importance of bhakti, but our conditioning and disease doesn't change. Initially, we wanted sense gratification, enjoy. Then we come to Hare Krishna. We hear sense gratification is bad. Okay, I give up sense gratification. But we are seeking emotional gratification. I like this. I don't like this. This kirtan program was ecstatic. Oh, I'm feeling so good going to this Dham Yatra. It's all about me only. Earlier it was sense gratification. Now it is emotional gratification. But bhakti actually happens, or bhakti is practiced when we enter the space of Krishna's happiness. From emotional bhakti, we move to existential bhakti. Whether I feel good or not, I want to make Krishna happy. That is our goal. And we have many examples in the Bhagavatam of devotees who have taken their consciousness to this level. Krishna, I love you. Krishna, I want to please you. And that will happen when we accept what Krishna is giving us. If we don't accept, we'll keep demanding from Krishna. And then we'll not be able to enjoy a beautiful relationship with Krishna. See, this is the secret. If you want to experience spiritual happiness, a beautiful relationship with Krishna, we have to somewhere make this adjustment. Take the poison and tell Krishna, Krishna, I don't like this. It's painful, but I accept it. I love you. I want you. The moment we say this, the moment we are in this space, Krishna, I accept what you are giving me. It's not easy, but I accept it. Then we experience a relationship with Krishna. And once that relationship blossoms, then whatever this world has to give, it will not affect. We will be really happy. Not the happiness, what we know as happiness now. And one of the classic examples in the Bhagavatam is 3rd canto, Vidura. Saitamatyul banakarna baner bratu puromar masutaditopi swayam danurdhari nidhaya mayam gatavyato yad purumanayana. You know what was Vidura's plight? He rendered selfless service his whole life. And what is the reward he got? Anybody knows? What is the reward he got for his selfless service? Who would like to answer? Raise your hand if you know the answer. Yes, Prabhu.
Like the arrows from Buddhism?
Yes. But what is the reward he got for his selfless service? He was abandoned. Anything more? What happened? He was banished out of the kingdom. He was accused of being a traitor. He was abused as being son of a kept mistress. He's just done selfless service. Now many of us, we feel slighted, we feel humiliated. This is a lesson. One of the most important lessons we learn from Bhagavatam is from Vidura's example. After years of selfless service, he is insulted, abused, accused. It's devastating. Now, Vidura, Bhagavatam doesn't say Vidura was like Prahlad. Prahlad was not affected. But Vidura did feel pain. You feel pain when you are insulted? You feel pain when you are misunderstood? Vidura also felt. But Vidura accepted it as Krishna's mercy, and then what happened? The shift happened. Saitamatyul banakarna baner. Duryodhana and Dhritarashtra's behavior was like arrows shot in the ear. Generally, arrows are shot in the heart, body. But when the arrows are shot in the ear, that means harsh words are spoken. It is said that those arrows are more painful than the physical arrows. Saitamatyul banakarna baner. And who shot these arrows? Brato puromar masutaditopi. His own brother, Dhritarashtra. Jai Shri Shri Radha Madhav Hari Bhagwan ki Jai, Gaur Nitai ki Jai, Gopal ji ki Jai. And marmasu taditopi means excruciating pain he felt because of being accused. And you know what he was told to do? Vidura was told to relinquish his bow and arrow. and give up his royal robes and leave the kingdom dressed only with his breath, which means nothing you should have. Everything which belongs to the kingdom, you give up everything. Swayam Dhanurdhari Nidhaya Mayam. He had to give up his bow and arrow. You may think, what's the big deal? See, you are not able to connect to this, I know. For Vidura, he was a Kshatriya. For a Kshatriya, it's the greatest insult if you are told, give up your bow and arrow here and go out. It's like, I can't give up my bow and arrow. I'm attached to it. It's like Kshatriya's biggest insult. In fact, Arjuna took a vow. If somebody tells me, give up your Gandiva bow, I'm going to kill that person. And once by mistake, Yudhishthir Maharaj told him that give up your bow and arrow, and he was about to kill Yudhishthir Maharaj, his own brother, because of the vow. And then, of course, Krishna expertly salvaged the situation. That's another story for another day. But the point is, for a Kshatriya to be told, give up your bow, but he had to give it up. You can't relate to this, I know. But if you are told, give up your iPhone. For us, it's the iPhone, not the bow and arrow. So imagine like that. So he's told to give it up. Swayam Dhanurdhari Nidhaya Mayam. So he was in pain. But, you know what is the beautiful shift? Swayam Nidhaya Mayam. He accepted it as Krishna's blessing. So what happened? Gatavyato yad uru manayana. Two things happened simultaneously. One is excruciating pain because of the humiliation, and immediately was able to see Krishna's beautiful arrangement for him so that he could go on holy pilgrimage. So he was simultaneously happy and miserable. Anybody ever experienced like this? We think either I should be happy or if I'm miserable, I should be happy. If I'm not happy, then I'm miserable. But ambivalence, simultaneous existence of two emotions is a reality, and let us not deny it. So you could be with devotees and still be sometimes unhappy. One day I was unhappy because of some family situation that got messy, and I was sitting in the terrace of my ashram and I was relaxing, doing some breathing. So one devotee came and said, Prabhu, there's an important meeting. Can you come now? I said, Prabhu, we have been scheduled. I told him we have scheduled it for tomorrow. I can only come tomorrow. So he said, no, but right now you're free, right? I said, no, right now I'm not very happy. I'm not in a good space. I'll be able to do tomorrow because right now I need to chant. We've already scheduled it. He said, but okay, we'll do it tomorrow, Prabhu. That's not a problem. But you said you're not happy. What is wrong? I said, no, I'll be all right. I'm not happy today because of some personal. So he got a little bewildered because he thought, I'm a senior devotee. Prabhuji is a senior devotee. How can he not be happy? You should always be happy. So I realized he's bewildered. So I said, Prabhu, I'm not happy, but I'm all right. And tomorrow I'll be okay. One day there is happiness, one day there is distress. Let us accept it. Vidura accepted it, he is not happy. See, when we fight against it, when we deny it, when we resist it, we become more miserable. How many of you are mothers here or fathers? Please raise your hand. Parents, all parents, please raise your hand. Thank you. So I have a question to the parents here. Do you love your child? Of course. What a stupid question, Prabhuji. I love my child. Okay, next question. Are you always happy with your child? No, I'm not sure. What are the different emotions you feel because of your child? Would you like to say? Don't say all. Name the emotion that you feel because of your child. Stress, angry. Thank you. First thing that comes is stress. I'll ask you again. Do you love your child? Yes. But you said stress. Angry also. Wow. What else? Anxiety. Please name. Frustration. I was waiting for this word. Frustration, angry. What else? Wow. Worry. Future worry. Sad. And happy also. Sometimes you're happy also. Happiness is one of the many emotions. But we have become addicted to seeking happiness. That's why we suffer more. So let us accept. I love Krishna. Do you love Krishna? Yes, I love Krishna consciousness. Are you always happy? No. I am in stress sometimes. I'm in anxiety. Because that's how material life is. So instead of denying it, instead of saying, no, I'm Hare Krishna devotee, I'm always happy. Jai, Hari Bol. That's called denial. Let us accept sometimes I'm not happy. Sometimes life is tough. Gatavyato yad uru manayana. Vidura realized, now I have a chance to be absorbed in Krishna. See, when we are devotee is actually in a good space when he's saying, I'm not happy today. Yesterday I was happy. Tomorrow again I'll be happy. But whatever happens, I'll continue to chant. I'll continue to serve. Because Krishna is my gati. Krishna is my pati. Krishna is my mati. Krishna is everything for me. Now, sometimes we chant because I feel good. Oh, I'm feeling good. That's nice, emotional bhakti. But when I chant, even when I'm not happy, like anybody ever found chanting boring? Don't look here and there and be scared. Honestly, raise your hand if you have ever found chanting boring. Okay. So when you find chanting boring, there's one option is, I'm finding it so boring, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Let me call someone, and you're checking WhatsApp, Instagram, and I finish off. Instead of these beats, you are more interested in these beats. Pull it off. This is one way of chanting. So tolerate, frustrated. This is emotional bhakti. I'm not happy. What to do? We are doing emotional bhakti when our chanting is miserable and we are not trying to improve. We are doing existential bhakti. We are in Vidura space when we chant and we are feeling bored and we say, Shri Shri Radha Madhava Hari, I'm feeling bored. I'm feeling miserable. I don't want to chant. But I want to prove to you that I love you. I want to prove my sincerity today. So I will chant. Although I don't like to sit now, but I will chant for the next few minutes just to show my sincerity. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So this is the choice you have made. And this choice is more powerful than the 1,000 Kirtan Melas we attend, where we attend just to feel good. I know it's a tall order, it's a long way to go. That's okay. But today we are discussing about acceptance, awareness of suffering, and accepting it as Krishna's gift. If we can do that like Vidura did, then we'll experience a lot of peace. Many of us are suffering because we have like that ostrich, that ostrich head in the sand approach. When suffering comes, we say, no, Hare Krishna is supposed to make me happy. Prabhupada said, chant Hare Krishna and be happy. We hear this, so we think I have to chant in a better way for that I be happy. We're only thinking of my happiness. But Prabhupada did not say chant Hare Krishna and be happy. He said that so that we are pulled inside bhakti. But once we are in bhakti, he wanted us to read Chaitanya Charitamrita, where in the end of Chaitanya Charitamrita, the focus is chant Hare Krishna and make Krishna happy. But we are only in the space of, I want to be happy. That's why we are never happy. But if we change the game, Krishna, today I'm struggling, but I love you. I want to show my love to you, Krishna. That's the game changer. And Vidura is proving that. Okay, I've been insulted, but I will use this for devotional service. I will go on holy place pilgrimage. So ostrich puts his head in the sand, thinking that now I will not be attacked. When he hears the roar of a lion, he tries to hide by putting the head in the sand. But huge body, can he hide it? There was a man who wanted to steal the big golden bell from a temple, huge bell. But anybody touches it, it makes sound. Dong! He knew he cannot steal it. So he got a brilliant idea. It makes sound. So he brought cotton and put it in his ears. And then he tried to steal it. This is a classic example of denial. So denial is the worst form of lie, because that is the lie we speak to ourselves, that I will be happy, this world will make me happy, I should be happy. No. I will be happy, I will not be happy, but I have to do devotional service. I have to serve Krishna. I have to serve Srila Prabhupada. Once one Mataji approached Buddha, Gautam Buddha. She told him that my son has died. Please bring him back to life. I'm so attached to him. Buddha said, yes, I will bring him back. It's easy. She said, really? You can bring him back to life? Buddha said, yes. Just get me some rice from any of the neighbor's house. Oh, okay, I'll go. Wait. Please see that you get me rice from a house where there has been no death. So she said, okay. So she went, knocked on the door. Please give me rice. The Mataji came. And she said, there has been no death, no, in your house? She said, no, 4 years ago my father died. Oh, acha. So then I can't take your rice. She went to the next house. What do you think will happen? After visiting 15, 20 houses, she realized there is no place where there has been no death. So Buddha taught her acceptance in a very compassionate way. But we are living in denial. We want to be happy. Therefore, Krishna is teaching us through Vidura's example in the 3rd canto. Krishna teaches us through Kunti's example, through Bhishma's example, through Vibhishana, through Prahlad. Bhagavatam is filled with examples of devotees who face suffering. Prahlad is shocking. Yudhishthira Maharaj is shocked. How can the father, Narad Muni is narrating this story to Yudhishthira. He says, Prahlad is so gentle, he's so sweet, he's so devotional, he's so nice, and his father wanted to kill him. so Yudhishthira Maharaj says, wait, what are you saying? I thought he's saintly. So how can a father want to kill a saintly child? Many of us get bewildered, but this is possible. I have a very dear devotee friend in Iran. Iran is in the news nowadays. And Iran is, so this devotee, there are 300, this is many years ago, there were 300 to 400 devotees in Iran practicing bhakti secretly, underground. And this devotee is from that Iran background, strong background of, religious fanaticism, but he was attracted to Krishna. And his heart completely changed. And he came to our temple in Chowpatty when he came to India, and I became friends with him. And he also brought his sister and mother. He used to come every year, but then one year he brought his sister and mother. And you can clearly see their Iranian Muslim background. I was like, wow. And they're all chanting 16 rounds. And he showed me photographs of his house and all those different things. And his house has a Jagannath, the gate of the house has Jagannath and Baldev painted. I was like, wow, wonderful devotional service. So I said, wow, who all are there in your family? He said, my sister, myself, my mom and my dad. So I said, you 3 are 16 rounders, you are initiated, your sister and mother will also be initiated soon. What about your dad? He said, my dad? No. I said, does he know your devotees? He said, no. Why don't you preach to him? He said, no, if he comes to know we are devotees, he will kill all 3 of us. I said, what? He said, Prabhu, 7th canto, Hiranyakashipu. I said, what? Your father, doesn't he love you? He said, Prabhu, he loves me. He loves my mom. He loves my sister. I said, no. You said he will kill you. Yeah, he will kill us. That's his duty to kill us. I just couldn't understand. He said, Prabhu, you won't understand. This is where I'm coming from. My father loves the 3 of us. But if he comes to know we are devotees, he will kill us. Then he told me, Hiranyakashipu loved Prahlad, but he wanted to kill him. So then I said, but you have Jagannath Baldev on your, on his gate, you have Jagannath, beautiful Jagannath and Baldev. And he said, I said, how did you make your mother and sister devotee? And how will you make your father, how will you deal with your father? He says, so I said, how can you have Jagannath Baldev first of all? They are against idolatry and all of that. He said, no, everybody in my neighborhood thinks this is latest fashion. So we have told them this is fashionable. So they are very happy with Jagannath Baldev. So my mom cooks prasad. I bring it to the gate and I offer it to Jagannath Baldev. And then I go inside and we eat. I said, wow. So after that, I have not heard from him. But the point I'm making is, material world, you will not get approval, you will not get certificate all the time. Vidura did not get it after 100+ years of service. But still he was grateful. Okay, forget Vidura. Even Krishna did not get approval. Yada chapartha prahita sabhayam jagad guru yani jagada Krishna natani pumsan amruta nayani rajorumene kshata punya lesha. The next verse explains, after Vidura's plight, Yada cha Partha prahita sabhayam. Parth told Krishna, Krishna, please go and as a messenger to the Kuru kingdom and give a peace proposal. So Krishna goes. Now Krishna, the Supreme Lord. Jagat Guru Yani Jagada Krishna. He's Jagat Guru. And he goes as a messenger. Messenger is a lowly post. You are like a peon, Prabhupada says. Please don't fight amongst brothers. Please accept Pandava's proposal. Natani pumsam amritanayani. Krishna's words were nectarine. But the envious Duryodhan, Karna, Dushasan, they considered Krishna as an enemy. Rajoru mene kshata punya lesha. Those who had very impious deeds, they could not accept and recognize Krishna. They criticized Krishna for coming as a messenger with an ulterior agenda. They accused him. Even Supreme Lord is accused. If you are feeling hurt in your family life, if you are feeling not approved, not loved, please know in this world there are only 6 rules you have to follow to be happy. In all relationships in this world, it's only 6 things that can make you happy. Give, forgive. That's it. And I heard this from a very senior Prabhupada disciple. Very beautiful relationship they have, this family. Kripa Maya Prabhu and Guru Charana Padma Mataji, they're Prabhupada disciples. Their daughters are wonderful devotees. One of them is a very famous Kirtaniya, Janvi Harrison. From childhood, these children have taken only prasad. Wonderful devotee family living in London. They are British born. And Prabhuji and Mataji did a seminar for the Grihasthas. And I sneaked in. I said, let me also go and attend this seminar. Although I was not qualified to attend that seminar. But I said, I am preaching to Grihasthas. So they said, after the 2-3 hour seminar, they said, the essence of the seminar is if you want to be happy in Grihastha life, there are only 6 rules. Give. Forgive. You will say, but it's so painful. I have to also get. And that's why we have bhakti. We get from Krishna. We receive from Krishna. In this world, we have to only give. That is a rule. If you expect from this world, expectation is the seed of suffering, pain. What did Pandavas get? What did Pandavas get? They got only suffering. But they accepted it, so what they got? Yadvayam mantra kridvo Bhagavan Akileshwara Pauravendra Grahamitva Praviveshat Masat Kritam. Bhagavan Akileshwara, he rejected the house of the Kauravas who were giving him Chappan Bhog, big feast, but he happily entered the house of Vidura and Pandavas. Praviveshat Masat Kritam. He entered Pandava's house as if it is his own house. That's what Shukdev Goswami is saying. So, see, have you done this? Do you have this Bhagavad Gita courses here? JOSD courses, Journey of Self-Discovery. Do you have those kind of courses? In Bombay, we have this 6-session course. It ends with chanting Hare Krishna. It begins with search for happiness, first session. Do you do those kind of things here? No. It's very common in ISKCON, everywhere they do that, many places. So I changed the course. The first session is called Search for Happiness. I stopped doing that because when we have Search for Happiness as an invitation for devotees, many people come thinking that if I come to Hare Krishna, I'll be happy forever. So I changed the course. I said, Hare Krishna consciousness movement will not give you happiness. It will give you a relationship with God. And relationship with God will include everything. If you're looking for happiness, then you'll be miserable. Prahlad Maharaj says, you want to be miserable? Keep asking whether I'm happy. If you want to be miserable, keep asking, am I happy today? You'll be more miserable. Better ask, how am I working on my relationship with Krishna? Then there will be real happiness. So let us stop giving false hopes to each other and to ourselves about this world being a beautiful place which will make me happy. Let us instead focus on the spiritual benefits or the relationship with God. One of the most striking examples in the Bhagavatam is Kunti Maharani. First we discussed Vidura's example. Second, Pandavas. Kunti is the classic example. How much she must have loved her grandchildren. Any grandparents here? Oh, she's a grandmother. Oh, Haribol. Anybody else who's a grandmother? Grandparents love their grandchildren. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. Grandparents love grandchildren more than they love their own child. Grandparents become very attached to the grandchild. So you can imagine Kunti Devi's 5 grandsons were beheaded mercilessly by Ashwatthama. She could have told Krishna, Krishna, you allowed Abhimanyu to die. Abhimanyu was your own sister's son. Kunti's love did not reduce even one bit. Yeah, relationship with Krishna will give us something much, much more, and she knew it and she was experiencing it. That's why she could say, courage, it requires a lot of courage to say what she said in the Bhagavatam. Can you please repeat this verse after me? Vipada santuta shashvat tatra tatra jagat guru bhavato darshanam yasyat apunar bhava darshanam. All of you chanted with me? You know what this verse means? Kunti is saying, Krishna, give me more and more troubles. Because when I get troubles, I remember you. And when I remember you, I feel very, very spiritually, very connected. And I won't have to take birth again. And I have a deep relationship with you. In fact, there are devotees who don't, we memorize the whole Kunti prayers. This verse, devotees don't memorize. They are scared to chant this verse. But I made all of you chant. I'm sorry. Devotees don't chant this verse because they feel if I chant and if I memorize and if I'm chanting, Vipada santuda shashvat. So if Krishna hears me chanting and Krishna says, Tatastu, so be it. If Krishna says, so be it, then what will happen? That desire will get fulfilled. But we don't realize when we have a relationship with Krishna, we experience something so much higher that we don't mind going through suffering. It is like that story of that boy in Mumbai. He was growing up in the slum area where there was a lot of suffering and he was an orphan. He never had parents. And he was playing with his friends cricket. And he got so badly injured that he fractured his leg. And he was screaming in pain. Ah! And he was rushed to the nearby charitable hospital. And there a wonderful nurse, an elderly nurse, took care of him with so much love. And he had never experienced parents' love. He was an orphan. And when this nurse brought him back to good health and he got recovered, and then he went back to his slum area where he was staying, and then next day he was playing with his friends. And when he was playing cricket with his friends, he kept looking at the hospital direction. So his friend said, what are you looking at? He said, I wish I go through that accident again. They said, what? You were screaming in so much agony. You want that accident again? He said, yeah. So what do you think? Why do you think this boy wants that accident? Because he got something when he was in the hospital. He got love of that nurse, that motherly love which he had never experienced. So does he really want accident? Is that what he's asking for? Does he really want to go through fracture again? He's not asking for, when he's asking for fracture, what he's actually asking for? He's asking for the love of that nurse, that mother. So when Kunti is saying, give me troubles, Krishna, she's not asking for troubles. She's asking for Krishna's love. That's why Kunti Devi ends her prayers by saying, Krishna, I want only you. Tvai me ananya vishaya. Please repeat this verse. Tvai me ananya vishaya. Matir madhu pate sakrit. Rati mudvahatad adha. Gange voga mudanvati. She's saying, Krishna, let my attraction be drawn towards you like Ganga flows towards the ocean. Let me not have any other deviation. So this is Srimad Bhagavatam. This is the way devotees deal with their reality. We are not living in denial. Pandavas, they suffered so much. And when they went to Bhishma, you know what was Bhishma's situation? He was lying on a bed of arrows. You get one small thorn pricks your feet. You scream in pain. Bhishma's whole body was pierced with arrows and is lying on the bed. And Pandavas come to see him. And Bhishma looks at Yudhishthira Maharaj and says, "Oh, you must have gone through so much suffering." Krishna starts smiling. Bhishma is in so much pain, but he is concerned about Yudhishthira Maharaj. Imagine somebody is met with an accident and is under a truck. His whole body is smashed, his legs are broken, his hands are broken. Jai Shri Radha Madhav Hari Bhagwan ki jai, Gaur Nitai ki, Gopal Ji Bhagwan ki jai. So somebody is lying down with a lot of fracture and body pain, and his relative comes to see him, and the relative has a small scratch. And imagine this patient tells him, "Oh, you have a scratch. How did you get hurt? I hope you are okay." He will say, "What? You are in pain." So Krishna smiles because Bhishma is in so much pain, but Bhishma is worried about Pandavas. And he gives his verdict why Pandavas had to go through all of this suffering. He says, "Sarvam kala kritam manye bhavatam chayat apriyam sapalo yad vashe loko vayor iva ghanavali." He says, everything is happening by the power of time. Sarvam kala kritam manye. Time is extremely powerful. That's why we go through unpleasant experiences in life. Don't blame yourself. Don't go crazy. It's okay. Time. And who is under the influence of time? Bhishma says, Sapalo yad vashe loko. The whole world is under the influence of time. And time changes our situation like Vayor iva ghanavali, like a mass of clouds are thrown away by wind. Similarly, our comfortable situation where you are right now can be completely shaken by the cloud of time. So therefore, let us accept this. Acceptance is not weakness. Please don't think when I accept suffering, I am resigning myself to my fate. No. Acceptance is not resignation. Acceptance is basically making peace with it and then moving forward. I'll repeat. Acceptance is making peace with the situation and then moving forward. You can't move forward by denying your present situation. It's like, okay, anybody has ever walked on a slippery floor? Anybody? You have walked? In India, many times during rainy season, we have to go through very slippery area. So what do you do when you are in a very slippery situation? So you put your first foot firm on the ground, then you raise your back foot, and then you put it on the ground. And then as soon as you put that back foot which has come in the front now, what do? You see that it is firmly situated. And then you raise the other foot. And then you put it on the ground. It has to be, if you run, you will fall. So acceptance is like putting the feet firm on the ground. Yes. That's why Bhishma says, you have suffered, accept it. And look at the irony. Bhishma says the irony is, Yatra dharma suto raja gada panirvrukodara krishnostri gandivam chapam suhurt krishnas tato vipat. Look at the irony. Pandavas have dharma suto raja, the child of dharma, righteousness personified, Yudhishthira Maharaj. Yatra dharma suto raja gada panirvrukodara, and the most strongest man, Bhima. And Pandavas also have Krishnostri Gandivam Chapam Arjuna, who is an expert in Gandiva. And they also have Suhurt Krishnas Tato Vipat. They have the best friend as Krishna. Tato Vipat, still they had so many problems. Bhishma is saying Pandavas had 4 things. Yudhishthir, Bhima, Arjuna and Krishna. Prabhupada writes, Pandavas had spiritual power and material power. Spiritual power, Krishna and Yudhishthir. And material power, Arjuna and Bhima. So they had spiritual power and material power, still they face so much suffering. This is amazing, isn't it? Sometimes we go through some small misunderstanding in a community We are like, I will not talk to you. He said like that. He spoke like one Mataji, very true story. We had DT welcoming in their house. They had Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra installed in their house. Devotees went, Hari Bol, nice program, Prasadam. After 1 year, after a few months that Mataji was not seen. After 1 year, one of the devotees met her somewhere and he asked her, Mataji, you don't come now? Yeah, I'm not interested. So, but what about your DT worship? No, we gave away our Jagannath, Baldev. Why? What happened? No, Prabhuji, we lost faith. Because we installed DTs and we did such nice devotional service. And after installing DTs, next week our house, there was a big theft in our house. How can Krishna do this? We are devotees, no? So there's no logic for this. No answer you can give. So therefore, you may say, but how can Pandavas go through that? Okay, you will say, I am going through suffering. But why Pandavas have to go through that? So Bhishma says, Nai asya kare chedrajan puman veda viditsitam yad vijigyasaya yukta muyanti kavayopihi. Look at Bhishma's verdict. He says, nobody can know why Pandavas, who are the best devotees, had to suffer so much. Nayasya karehe chedrajan puman veda viditsita. You can use your intelligence too much. Still you will never understand God. Because if by your intelligence you can understand God, then your intelligence is greater than God. God has to be beyond us. Yad vijigyasaya yukta. Bhishma says, you want to know why you went through suffering? Muyanti kavayopi. Greatest philosophers are bewildered by Krishna's actions. What to speak of you? Brahmaji cannot understand Krishna. How can you and I understand Krishna? But Srila Prabhupada is so compassionate. Srila Prabhupada is so kind. He writes in the purport why Pandavas went through suffering, so that we get some solace. Prabhupada says, in Indian families, joint families, everybody stays together. The daughter-in-law is new and she makes mistakes in the kitchen. So the mother-in-law is concerned. She doesn't want to chastise the daughter-in-law because she will get scared. So the mother-in-law shouts at her own daughter, "You stupid girl, why did you put more salt in the food?" And the daughter-in-law understands, she's telling me, but she's telling her own daughter so that I understand. So Prabhupada gives his example and says, that's why Krishna gave suffering to Pandavas. Because Krishna gives suffering to us, we will not be able to do bhakti. That kind of suffering so he gives to Pandavas so that we see, still they did not give up Krishna. So what little problems I am going through, let me never give up Krishna. So therefore, what we have to do in all this situation, I'll end with this very important instruction Bhishma says. Okay, acceptance basically means what? You may say, okay, acceptance means what? Okay, I accept. What does that practically mean? That practically means three things, Bhishma says. Aho kashtam avo nyayam yadiyam dharma nandana jivitum naratah klishtam vipra dharma chutashraya. He says, Yudhishthir, aho kashtam avo anyayam. You went through so much difficulty and injustice. Yadiyam dharma nandana. You are son of religion, personified. Jivitum naratah klishtam. You don't deserve to be alive. That much suffering you went through. But still you are strong because you did three things. And all of us have to do those three things. Vipra dharma achyutashraya. Shelter of devotees. Four regulative principles. Dharma, righteousness. And achyuta, always remember Krishna. Ashraya, shelter of these three things. Devotees, the regulative principles, and Krishna. Then we will be happy. So therefore, let us practice acceptance. Hare Krishna. I'll repeat, I'll end with this. Acceptance is not resigning. Acceptance means, okay, this is my suffering, but I will do devotional service. I'll give a very, very bad example, sensitive example. Indian Army right now is following this principle in relation to the neighboring country, Pakistan. I don't know what they will do in future. Now put Pakistan in this analogy as your mind and you as India. Okay? So there are two things we could do with the mind. One is negotiate with the mind, make the mind friend, make the mind cooperate. or control the mind, tolerate the mind. Third option is, okay, mind will be what it is. I accept and I'll continue to do what is right. These are the three options we have. So what is the Indian Army doing? First option, so the Indian Army chief was interviewed. Why did you agree for ceasefire? He said, because our strategy is strategic disengagement. That is their strategy, which means what? The first option they had was, have negotiations with Pakistan, come on the table, discuss. So after so many years, they have realized this is not going to work. Mind is never going to be friend. Laton ke bhoot baaton se nahi maan. They will not understand. Mind will not understand. The neighboring country will not understand, because ideologically mind is different than our desire. Mind has a different plan. We can't do that. We can't sit and make friendships and discuss. Out of question. Can we tolerate the mind? No. Suppress them. No. Tolerate is just one spark away from disaster. If you keep tolerating, I'm angry with my neighboring country. I'm very angry, but I'm tolerating. Then what will happen? Then like Iran-Israel war, it will happen. One small thing, everything will go out of control, because you're only controlling, tolerating. And when the provocation comes, there will be chaos. So what the army is doing, the third option, you're not our friend. I will not tolerate you also. I'll be alert, awake. And if you don't cooperate, I will do intense bhakti, intense punishment, but I'm not interested in you. I'm interested in the development of the country, growth, infrastructure. For the government and the army is focusing on development and growth of our nation, our people, making it a $1 trillion economy, making it the developed country. But we have to tolerate this. So that is a strategic disengagement. Do the needful, control the mind, do some austerities. If your mind is cheated you, then do some austerities, some tapasya, extra rounds, all that. But don't get too much, don't become mind conscious. Don't associate with the mind so much. Focus on the right thing to do. The right thing to do is chanting, service, devotional service. Mind will be what it is. Accept it and move forward. What are the three things we have to do? What are the three things we have to do? Shelter of devotees, 4 regulative principles, and remembering Krishna. And these three is like a triangle, and inside the triangle is the principle of acceptance. Accepting what comes, not giving too much importance to the mind, and focusing on the right thing to do. If we do this, then we are practicing the first most important principle that Bhagavatam is teaching us, awareness and acceptance. And then in the evening we'll discuss the other important part. What is that? Aspiration to have a beautiful relationship with Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Any questions or comments? We have time for questions. 5 minutes? I don't know. Yes. Whatever you say, Mataji. Yeah. Okay. 5-10 minutes of questions if there are.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Wonderful class. Learned a lot basically from Bhagavatam. One question coming as you mentioned about the accepting the whatever the situation. So do we always need to accept, or we have to have a plan for mitigate as well?
Making it a plan to accept.
Accept it and then plan to mitigate the...
Yes. So, yeah, we make a plan. Of course, we make a plan. We want to improve our situation. We don't want to... That's why I said so many times in the class today, acceptance is not resignation. Acceptance is not denying it and then making a strategy. Acceptance basically means to know where you are right now. Okay, I'll give a simple example, Prabhu. Let us imagine a world without GPS. Okay? This is a world there is no GPS. Clear? Your friend wants to come to your house. He is driving from, say, San Diego to Phoenix. He is coming to your house, your friend. He has a phone. He can call you. But what is there not there? No GPS. He calls you. He has left San Diego to come to Phoenix, to your house. And after a few hours, he calls you. He says, help, my dear friend, help. I want to come to your house, but I'm lost. Please help me. Should I turn right or should I turn left? Where should I go? Please tell me. I want to come to your house. This is what he has told you. How will you respond? What will be your next? What will you say on the phone? What will you say? How will you guide him? What is the first thing you will tell him? What has he told you? I don't know where to go. I'm lost. I'm trying to come to your house. Yeah, that's what he has told you. Now you have a chance to guide him. What will you tell him? What will you tell him? Where are you? He says, I don't know. I want to come to your house. You will tell him what? Where are you? So we are, when we are small children, a small child is crying. So mother will give food. Now let's say the child has grown up, 10-year-old child, crying. Mother says, why are you crying? I don't know. Mother will say, explain, Baba. You can't throw tantrums when you become a teenager. When we were new devotees, we were crying. We came to Hare Krishna with lot of pain. Artho jigyasur artharthi. And Krishna gave us a hug. Krishna smiled at us. Krishna gave us prasadam, association. Now we are still remaining children. After 10 years of bhakti, we are supposed to grow up and tell Krishna, this is the pain I am going through. Krishna, this is where I am in my bhakti. This is called acceptance. Now, Krishna, please help me. The ability to offer our pain, collect it in the palms and offer it to Radha, Madhava, Hari, Gaur Nitai. Please heal me. Don't just come and say, crying. Krishna will say, what is your problem? Grow up, accept. That's what Brahmaji is doing, Tattenu Kampam verse. So we have a strategy, but we also want to know where I am so that we can offer that to Krishna for healing. Is that okay? We should make the plans, but before that, we should accept. This is where I am. Otherwise, our plans will not work because we'll repeat the same patterns.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Any other question? Thank you, Prabhu, for a wonderful class. On top of what Prabhu is discussing, so we accept the situation somehow, but while we are praying, like back of the mind, that things comes like, oh Krishna, how I can deal with it. And again, like one problem goes and then another problem comes. So it looks like every time I'm going before Krishna, I'm praying something, how to deal with this, how to deal with that. Rather than pleasing Krishna, looks like I'm being selfish before him. So how we can deal with this?
This, what you're asking now, this is the first step. What you asked just now, this is what you have to tell Krishna. Krishna, whenever I come to you, I'm coming to you with this problem. Back of the mind, I want to solve my problems. I'm never asking you how I can please you. I'm only asking you to solve my problem. So you ask me right now, just shift yourself, come here and ask the same question to Radha Madhavari and see how Krishna reveals the answer to you. Because even if I give you a good answer, ultimately you have to go to Krishna only. Let's say one husband and wife have a problem. They're fighting with each other. They go to one of them goes to a marriage counselor who advises that person what to do. Is that the end of this problem? That person has to go to the partner finally and reconcile. Similarly, question answers we may have, but ultimately you have to come to Krishna only because your relationship with Krishna is affected. Is that okay? Can you come and offer this to Krishna? Krishna, this is what I'm doing. I'm only thinking of myself. Please help me, Krishna. I want to please you. And then you will feel Krishna say, you will hear Krishna's voice. Krishna will say, I know you are a rascal. That's okay, but I love you. Krishna will accept you where you are. You can go to Krishna every day with only your problems. But once you accept that I am not loving you, Krishna, I am not thinking of you, I'm only thinking of myself. That acceptance is humility. When you tell Krishna, Krishna, I'm so selfish. I'm so sorry. I'm only thinking of myself. But I'm confessing to you, Krishna, please help me. Krishna will say, I knew you are selfish. I know you are a rascal. But I love you. Don't worry. Continue managing your family. Continue managing your problems. Don't worry. I'm there with you. But Krishna wants you to be honest. Like if you want to join the Indian army or the American army, they test your physical prowess, mental prowess, right? That is the qualification to join an army. If you want to join Prabhupada's army, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's army, the qualification is honesty, authenticity. This is where I am. I am an attached grahastha. I am not a sincere renunciant. I am simple. I am struggling. Please help me, Krishna. I have some desire somewhere to serve you, but right now I am in my own world. That sincere one step forward is needed. Our Chaitanya Charan Prabhu says it beautifully. At your place, at your pace, attract Krishna's grace. Something like that, no? So wherever you are, you can come to Krishna. Is that okay? Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, everybody, for giving me a chance to share this topic. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Radha Madhav Hari Bhagwan ki jai. ISKCON Phoenix Dham ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hare Krishna.